What if I told you that behind the vibrant rhythms and iconic reggae beats, some of the genre's biggest stars quietly lived lives few knew about? From Dearro's having to share the truth about his sexuality later in life to the struggles King faced, these artists not only shaped reggae music, but also carried secret stories that challenged norms and inspired courage. Here are 9 music stars who were secretly gay. Dearro. Dearro started his music career when he released his first single called Me Ready. This song shows off his musical talents and also sends a strong message about being true to yourself and accepting who you are. The song mixes his smooth singing with a beat that comes from Afro-Caribbean music. It is different from the usual fast dancehall music that many people know. The main idea of the song is about accepting yourself and chasing your dreams, no matter what obstacles society might put in your way. Dearro's career is known for his strong will to change old and unfair ideas in dancehall music. Dancehall is a music style that is famous for being against LGBTQ people, especially in Jamaica. Dearro wants to change how people today think about LGBTQ individuals and make a place for himself in dancehall music. He said that Me Ready is about putting himself front and center as an LGBTQ artist. He is ready to give everything he has for his music and dreams. The song is a dancehall tune with an Afro-Caribbean beat, and it talks about him going after what he wants in life. His music videos also break traditions by showing a Rastafarian man and a Jamaican drag performer named Jalove Serrano. This is important because Rastafarian culture usually has strong negative views against LGBTQ people. But Dearro's path has not been easy. He grew up in Westmoreland, Jamaica, and from a young age, he knew he was gay. Still, he had to hide this part of himself because there were no laws to protect him, and the environment was very unfriendly to LGBTQ people. He shared a story about being hurt in Jamaica, which shows how dangerous life can be for LGBTQ people there. Because of this, he left Jamaica and moved to New York when he was 22 years old. He has now lived in New York for over 10 years. Even after moving, his problems did not stop. Although he found work as a designer, he went through times of being homeless and needed therapy to help him deal with the challenges of starting a new life in a different country. Dearro has talked openly about how hard his experiences have been on his feelings and mind. He says, mental health support and being able to express yourself are very important. He credits therapy with helping him find his own worth again and inspiring him to start writing music. Making music became a way for him to heal and feel stronger. Being honest about his sexuality and his mental health struggles is very rare in dancehall music, and this honesty has become an important part of who he is in public. Dalton Harris. Harris was born in Clarendon Parish in 1993 and grew up in a big family. His early years were very hard, and he faced a lot of abuse. By the time he was 15, he was living on his own because he had dropped out of school. He survived without basic things like running water or electricity. Even though life was tough, Harris didn't give up. He moved to Kingston to continue his education and follow his dream of making music. When he was just 16 years old, he won Jamaica's Digicel Rising Stars competition, which was a big break for him. Winning the competition was a great start, but it didn't bring him stability right away. Things began to change for the better when he met Donovan Germain, a music promoter who became his mentor and father figure. Germain helped him understand the music business and also supported him in his studies. Harris showed his strong determination by walking long distances just to get to recording studios. This showed how much he wanted to succeed, no matter what challenges he faced. Harris's career reached a new high in 2018 when he won the final series of the UK's X Factor. He won people's hearts with his powerful singing and emotional performances of songs by famous artists like Beyoncé and Elton John. But as he became more well-known, he also faced new difficulties, especially related to his identity and sexuality. In Jamaica, where being gay is still illegal and many people are not accepting, Harris faced a lot of hateful and homophobic attacks. Some of the abuse included serious threats to his life. This hostility got worse after a photo appeared of Harris sitting on the lap of another male contestant on X Factor. That photo caused many people from his home country to attack him online. In October 2020, Harris publicly shared that he is pansexual. He said that coming out felt freeing and gave him power, but it also brought more hate and threats. He talked openly about this mix of feelings, saying, "I live more freely and happily now, but I also get more threats and hate than ever before. But it is what it is." He has lost people because of who he is and faced a lot of public criticism, but he still wants to be a strong example for LGBTQ people, especially in the Caribbean, where many face similar problems. He hopes that by being open about who he is, future artists will feel braver to show their true selves. Moving to the UK has given Harris the safety and acceptance he didn't have in Jamaica. In the UK, his sexuality is not such a big issue, so he can focus more on his music and grow as a person without always worrying about being rejected or hurt. Even so, he stays very connected to Jamaica and understands how hard it is to break down the cultural barriers there. His story is not just about his success in music, but also about fighting for his identity, staying true to himself, and finding his worth despite the prejudice he faces. Diana King. Diana King grew up surrounded by music, and with strong support from their family, this helped shape a career that mixes reggae, dancehall, and pop into a unique style called reggae fusion. King first became well-known in the 1990s, first as part of a band called City Heat, and then as a solo artist. Their 1995 song Shy Guy became a worldwide hit, reaching number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and selling 5 million copies all over the world. This success was followed by their first album called Tougher Than Love and working with famous artists like the notorious B.I.G., showing how King could easily cross between different music styles. Over the years, King has sold more than 5 million records, had many songs on the Billboard charts, and earned praise for their energetic performances and strong songwriting skills. Even though King achieved a lot of success, their personal life was filled with struggles and pressure from society. Growing up in Jamaica, a place where many people hold strong negative views against LGBTQ people, King hid their true sexuality for many years. They came to understand and accept it themselves in their 20s, but waited about 10 years before telling the public. King was worried about the negative reactions and how it might affect their children. In June 2012, King made a brave and honest announcement on Facebook, saying they were a lesbian. They explained, "I answer now, not because it's anyone's business, but because it feels right with my soul, and I believe by not answering or hiding it all these years, somehow makes it appear as if I am ashamed of it, or that I believe it is wrong." After coming out, King faced both freedom and difficulty. They lost close relationships with many of their 15 siblings and stayed close to only one of them. Being a queer parent in a culture that is very traditional and conservative brought many challenges. Still, coming out gave King a deep sense of freedom and allowed them to live honestly. King became a symbol of LGBTQ visibility in the Caribbean. They performed at Pride events around the world and used their music and fame to promote acceptance and equal rights. King has said that Pride events are the one place where they can truly be 100% myself, showing how important being open and accepted is for them. King's journey continued as they married violinist Majap Webster in 2018. Later that year, King publicly said they were non-binary, which means they didn't identify strictly as male or female and started using they/them pronouns only. Even while dealing with hard losses, like the death of their daughter in 2021, King has stayed strong. They keep working on their music and activism, standing up for what they believe in and inspiring many people along the way. Mr. Majap P. Mr. Majap P was born in Kingston, Jamaica. He is a very important and new kind of artist in reggae music. He made and released whole albums that openly support LGBTQ+ rights. This was a big step because reggae music usually did not positively talk about these issues before. His music career shows how flexible and creative he is. He mixes different styles like roots reggae, dancehall, hip-hop, pop, and R&B. This mix shows not only his musical talent, but also his strong commitment to fighting for social justice. He especially works to fight against the strong homophobia that exists in reggae music and Jamaican society in general. When he moved to Canada in 1982, he brought the rich sounds of reggae and dancehall with him. He quickly became well known in the Canadian reggae scene. Over the years, he earned many awards, including 4 wins at the Canadian Reggae Music Awards. One of his biggest honors was being named Entertainer of the Year in 1997, showing how much people appreciated his music and message. Mr. Majap P's work is closely connected to his support for LGBTQ+ rights. This is something that makes him stand out because reggae music and Jamaican culture have often been filled with negative messages about gay people. His first album fully supporting LGBTQ+ people was called Tolerance, which came out in 2011. This album was completely about positive messages for gay people, including support for same-sex marriage and adoption. It also talked openly about problems like bullying of LGBTQ+ people and unfair rules, such as the U.S. military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. Mr. Majap P wrote and produced the whole album himself. The songs have honest and emotional words with strong reggae beats. The album directly speaks out against the hateful music that has often encouraged violence against LGBTQ+ people in reggae. Making and sharing Tolerance and other albums with LGBTQ+ themes like The Closet is Open and Gays Belong in Heaven Too was not easy. Mr. Majap P has had to face many serious dangers because of his music. He and his family have received many death threats, and he has been warned not to go back to Jamaica because his pro-LGBTQ+ views cause anger and hostility there. Even though these threats and being rejected by some people in the reggae community made things difficult, he did not give up. Instead, he used his music as a way to fight against ignorance and hate. He has spoken out openly against famous reggae artists who sing homophobic songs. He also criticizes the Jamaican government for its poor treatment of LGBTQ+ people. Through his words and songs, he tries to bring back the true meaning of reggae music, which is about love, peace, and unity. Because of his strong and brave support for LGBTQ+ rights, people have given Mr. Majap P nicknames like the Maverick and King of Tolerance. These names show how people respect him for standing up in a tough and often unfriendly environment. In his music videos and public talks, he spreads a clear message of love, equality, and respect. He wants to break down harmful stereotypes and stop the violence that some reggae artists encourage. His work has also helped change some people's minds. Fans who first had negative or homophobic ideas have changed their views after listening to his music and hearing what he says. Now living in California, Mr. Majap P keeps making music that fights against religious hatred and society's unfair treatment of LGBTQ+ people. He especially speaks out against some churches in Jamaica that spread hate. His 2016 album Gays Belong in Heaven Too is a strong reply to religious leaders who promote hate and discrimination. He believes music is a powerful tool to fight for human rights and help people accept LGBTQ+ people. Even though some music promoters refuse to work with him and he has lost some friends because of his beliefs, he stays strong. He believes that by being visible and speaking up against homophobia in reggae music, he can slowly help change the culture of hate into one of love and acceptance. If you are enjoying this video, appreciate it by giving it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Frankie Knuckles. Frankie Knuckles, often called the godfather of house music, was born in the Bronx, New York City. He started his career in the early 1970s as a DJ at underground places like the Continental Baths and the Gallery. These clubs were important spots in the gay community where disco, soul, and R&B music grew. These places were not only about music, but also safe spaces for LGBTQ+ people during a time when many faced social judgment. Knuckles' early work DJing with his childhood friend Larry Levan at these clubs shaped his style, mixing soulful sounds with a welcoming and open attitude. In 1977, Knuckles moved to Chicago after his friend Robert Williams invited him to be the main DJ at the Warehouse. This club later became famous as the birthplace of house music. Knuckles used new mixing ideas like re-editing songs and adding drum machines to create a fresh, hypnotic sound. His shows attracted big crowds, especially from Black and gay communities. The name house music likely came from the music played at the Warehouse. Knuckles' music was known for its positive and soulful energy, creating a feeling of community and freedom on the dance floor that connected deeply with groups who often felt left out, including LGBTQ+ people. Knuckles' career grew when he opened his own club, the Power Plant, in 1982, pushing house music even further. Later, when he went back to New York City, he became a popular remixer and producer. He worked with famous artists like Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Luther Vandross, and Toni Braxton. Along with David Morales, he helped start Def Mix Productions, which made a big mark on the music scene. His first album, Beyond the Mix, 1991, had important songs like The Whistle Song, which reached the top of the U.S. dance charts. His second album, Welcome to the Real World, 1995, continued to show his unique sound. Knuckles won the first Grammy Award for Remixer of the Year in 1997, showing how much he changed dance music. Knuckles was openly gay throughout his life and was a leader not just in music, but also in society. During a time when homophobia was common, especially in the music world, his openness and success gave hope and inspiration to LGBTQ+ people. Playing at gay clubs like the Continental Baths and the Warehouse, he was a big part of queer nightlife culture, where music was both a way to express themselves and resist discrimination. In 1996, Knuckles was honored by being added to the Chicago Gay and Lesbian Hall of Fame for his influence on music and the LGBTQ+ community. Even after he passed away in 2014 from diabetes-related issues, his legacy lives on. Chicago honored him by naming a street and a day after him in 2004. His influence is still strong in the world house music scene, which keeps growing based on the foundation he built. His story shows how an openly gay artist can change a music style and culture, breaking down barriers while supporting and lifting up his community. Jason Mraz. Jason Mraz was born on June 23, 1977. He became famous with his first album, Waiting for My Rocket to Come, in 2002. The album had a popular song called The Remedy, I Won't Worry, which reached number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Since then, he has made many successful albums. One of his most famous is We Sing, We Dance, We Steal Things, from 2008. This album reached number 3 on the Billboard 200 chart and sold very well, going 4 times platinum. The big hit from that album was I'm Yours, which stayed on the Hot 100 chart for a record 76 weeks. Over the years, Jason Mraz has won 2 Grammy Awards, including Best Male Pop Vocal Performance and Best Pop Collaboration with vocals for the song Lucky with Colby Kayad. He has sold millions of albums around the world and is known as an important artist in pop and acoustic music. Jason Mraz is not just known for his easy and calm music style and positive words, but also for his work supporting social causes. He cares about the environment, human rights, and especially LGBTQ+ equality. He has shown strong support for the gay community and has used his fame to speak out for LGBTQ+ rights and fairness for all people. In 2011, he started the Jason Mraz Foundation. This group helps charities that work for human equality and protecting the environment. This shows that he is serious about helping others beyond just making music. His support for LGBTQ+ rights fits with his personal ideas about love, acceptance, and being positive. These ideas show up in both what he says and in his songs. Because of this, many people in the music world and his fans see him as a true friend and supporter. He helps create a bigger conversation about accepting everyone and valuing diversity. Even though Jason Mraz has been very successful, he has also faced common problems that come with staying a musician for many years. He feels the pressure to change his style and stay popular as the music world changes fast. He has talked openly about the good and hard times in his career and said that sometimes he needs to take breaks to refresh his creativity and himself. He likes trying new kinds of music and working with different artists like Meghan Trainor, Alanis Morissette, and Colby Kayad. This shows he is open to learning and growing. Clay Aiken. Clay Aiken became famous across the country when he finished second on the second season of American Idol in 2003. Even though he did not win, he soon became more successful than the winner, Ruben Studdard. Clay sold over 5 million albums worldwide and became one of the most successful singers to come out of the show. His first album, Measure of a Man, sold very well. It reached #1 on the Billboard 200 chart and sold more than 613,000 copies in the first week. This was the biggest first-week sales for a new artist in 10 years. He kept making music with albums like Merry Christmas with Love in 2004, which sold a lot during the holidays, and Tried and True in 2010, showing that people still loved his voice and music. Clay's career went beyond just music. He appeared on TV shows like The Celebrity Apprentice and acted in the Broadway show Monty Python's Spamalot. He also went on 11 national tours, impressing fans with his strong voice and lively performances. His success won him many awards, including the Billboard Music Awards and an American Music Award for Fans' Choice in 2003, proving how popular and important he was in pop music. Along the way, Clay faced some problems because of how people saw him and who he was. Early in his career, some people criticized him because he did not act in a very traditionally manly way and because of his honest, emotional style. Despite this, he built a strong group of fans called Claymates, who supported him with great passion. For a long time, Clay kept his sexual orientation private, even though many rumors were around. In 2008, he openly said he was gay in an interview with People magazine. At the same time, he shared that he and a female friend had become parents through artificial insemination. This was a big moment for Clay and for many others because, at that time, few popular singers were openly gay, especially in early 2000s America, where there was not much LGBTQ+ representation in music. Clay being open about who he is has become a key part of his public life and work. He has used his fame to support LGBTQ+ rights and to help people see and accept LGBTQ+ individuals. By living honestly and sharing his story, he has helped fight against unfair ideas and offered hope and representation in a music world where openly gay male singers have often been rare. Matt Alber. Matt Alber's classical music background led him to join Chanticleer, a renowned all-male singing group, where he performed from 1998 to 2003. During this time, he helped create several acclaimed recordings, two of which won Grammys for Best Small Ensemble Performance. This experience improved his singing and gave him the chance to perform on major stages worldwide, including Lincoln Center. Despite his success with Chanticleer, Alber wanted to write and perform his own songs. In 2003, he left the group to start a solo career, taking a big risk by using his credit cards to buy recording equipment. He blended classical training with pop, folk, and alternative styles. His 2008 album Hide Nothing featured the song End of the World, which gained attention on Logo TV's Click List for its music video depicting a tender same-sex relationship. This helped Alber become a well-known openly gay artist in pop and folk music. Alber's songs often reflect his life and feelings as a gay man, dealing with love, identity, and growth. He is respected in the Bear community and wider queer circles for his honest storytelling. In 2013, he modeled for Meet magazine, celebrating queer visibility and body positivity. His later albums, Constant Crows, 2011, and Wind Sand Stars, 2014, showcase a shift to simpler acoustic and folk sounds, inspired by his live shows and desire to connect more deeply with listeners. After challenges with a major label, Alber began self-releasing music in 2010, gaining creative freedom but facing new struggles with production and touring. He also overcame early rejection from a Christian band due to his sexuality. Beyond music, Matt Alber is a filmmaker and advocates for LGBTQ+ youth through teaching and outreach, using his art to inspire acceptance and strength. Kevin Aviance. Growing up in a big family with 7 brothers and sisters, Aviance found his love for music, dance, and theater early on. He practiced performing in the basement of his childhood home. He was inspired by bold and unique stars like Grace Jones, Boy George, and David Bowie, and he created a gender-bending style that became a big part of who he is as an artist. Aviance started his career in Washington, D.C., working as a hairdresser and performing in drag shows. He later joined the House of Aviance, a famous ballroom group started in 1989 by Mother Juan Aviance. As the house's oldest daughter, Kevin found a strong and supportive family there that helped him through hard times, including a substance addiction. Being part of this group gave him not only support, but also a chance to grow as a performer and recording artist. When he moved to New York City in the early 1990s, his career took off. He quickly became a well-known figure in the city's underground club scene, performing at famous spots like Sound Factory, Twilo, and Roxy, which were important places for queer, Black, and Latino nightlife. Kevin Aviance's music career stands out with many dance hits, loved by the LGBTQ+ community and others. His songs like Din Da Da, Rhythm Is My Bitch, Alive, Give It Up, and Strut all reached #1 on the Billboard dance charts, making him a dance music star. His first album, Box of Chocolates, showed his strong club-ready sound. His second album, Entity, included work with Grammy-winning producers Peter Rauhofer and Hex Hector, helping him grow even more in the dance music world. His music is known for openly celebrating queer culture and strength, often with fun and bold parts that challenge usual ideas. Besides music, Aviance has also done a lot as a performer and actor. He appeared in movies like Flawless, 1999, with Robert De Niro, and the independent film Punks, 2000, which look at LGBTQ+ identity and community. He also appeared on TV shows like The Tyra Banks Show and America's Next Top Model, helping bring queer stories to more people. His presence in media and nightlife has been important for making sure Black queer performers, especially drag artists, are seen and heard, especially at times when that was rare. Aviance's career has had hard moments too. In 2006, he was attacked in New York City by people yelling anti-gay slurs. He suffered a broken jaw from the hate crime. The attack got national attention and showed the violence LGBTQ+ people, especially people of color, still face. Aviance's bravery in talking about what happened helped raise awareness about hate crimes and the need to protect and accept queer communities. His support for the gay lifestyle and LGBTQ+ community is a big part of who he is and what he creates. As a tall, bald Black drag icon, Aviance has always challenged normal ideas about gender and race. He embraces a strong and confident persona that celebrates queer identity and strength. He has helped bring ballroom culture and voguing style into the spotlight, inspiring many queer artists and performers. His music, shows, and public life stands for LGBTQ+ pride, visibility, and power. Because of his lasting influence, Aviance has received many awards. These include the Living Legend Award at the Glam Awards in 2015 and a knighthood from the Imperial Court for his work in queer nightlife and culture. Which of these stars' stories got you thinking? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content.